Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one, the only Gus Abraham of Grand Haven football. How's it going?
Good.
I know that, the season obviously was not what you wanted, but overall, what was it? Obviously a lot of challenges and you went through it and kind of building on the program for the next few years.
Yeah, it was definitely like once we started dropping a couple, it turned into just doing the best to stay the course, be a good example, be a good leader for the next generation of guys coming in, set them up for success in the future.
Yeah. What was it like kind of, kind of just making sure that staying positive through some pretty tough times. Not a lot of, not a lot of seniors on that team. Also getting
Yeah.
used to a brand new coaching staff. What was that like to deal with, and how'd you kind of just, keep the thing going throughout some pretty tough times?
It's definitely tough, but well, you just lean on the guys with you. The like Beads is a great coach. He's definitely a player's coach, I'd say. Like you can talk to him about anything and not have to worry about whatever. So it's just stick with your guys and keep pushing. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's doable.
Yeah. So I know that, your time at Grand Haven, a lot of big memories, a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
that happened. What kind of sticks out to you during your time playing football there?
So like games wise, I'd say the our sophomore year, the Jennison game, that was a good night. That was the Bucks Pride night, so it was packed. It was our purple game. And then on a we stopped them on a 2 point conversion to win the game. After like we were down two scores, I think, and we came back. So that was a pretty fun game. And then we beat TC West the last 2 years, and that's a trophy game, so that's always fun. Just
Yeah.
getting a big trophy, jumping around with the teammates.
Yeah, that's gotta be exciting. But of course, you had some, during, you've had a lot of ups and you've had a lot of interesting things happen to you, from your senior year getting a new coach to
Yeah.
your freshman year. That was of course the COVID season, and you've had a very interesting time
Oh
at
yeah.
at playing high school football. What will you like, remember most, and what did that all that teach you about just overall?
Um. Well, yeah. So we had a ton of like coaching turnover because my freshman year was Farley's first year too,
That's right.
and then and we had new coaches coming in. Now we just didn't find any consistency. So I'd say just being able to keep working through that lack of inconsistency is something I'll definitely take with me.
Right. Of course, how do you like mentally get ready for a football game?
So me personally, like a lot of guys you see like listening to a ton of music and super hype. I'm more of a I try like clear my mind and stay calm because I feel like when I've got too much adrenaline going, that's when I make mistakes. And when I can just go out and with a clear mind and just do my thing, I feel a lot better about myself. So just kind of relax and take in the moment, try to go out and have some fun.
Yeah.
My
Um,
thought process.
Absolutely. So going into, your football career isn't done.
Yep.
Um, of course you're going to continue it in college. Where kind of talk about where you're heading.
So I'm going to Hillsdale. They've It was a tough decision, definitely. A lot of schools talking to me. I liked a lot of the schools that are talking to me, but it's just they made a good offer and they might be one of the most like consistent programs in the nation. Like the guys there are gonna be there by the time I'm gone.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm getting when I go there. It's
Right. Yeah.
made a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, usually I always follow this up with why. And you just kind of mentioned it.
Yeah.
What sold you? Like what was it like? I know you may have just answered this, but like what else kind of just sold you about that place?
Well, I also like they have two guys I played with already there with Chase Follis and Landon Van Beek are there. They were both Chase is one of my best friends, so that's exciting to go play with him. And they're like a lot of people call them a nerd school, so I know I'm gonna get a good education and be able to find a job once I leave. But I just know like so actually their coach just retired, but the guy they hired has been on staff forever and everyone else has been there for like 10, 20, 15 years. So I know I'm going into a situation where I know who's going to be there. I know what I'm going to see for the next 4 years. I'm not going to have to worry about people leaving and new people coming in like I did in high school. So that's kind of what I'm excited about.
Yeah. Let's see. What does football mean to you, Gus?
What's football mean to me? I think it's a really good like avenue to spend time with people to grow myself as a person. I like because it's hard. So it takes a lot of effort and hard work to consistently succeed. And I think that's what makes it so like fun to play is because to when you're doing well, you know it's because you put in so much work and that's like the reward for your work.
For sure. Um, and finally, just like, what are you what are you gonna miss about playing high school football?
High school football. Um, I'll definitely miss. Well, I'll definitely miss the guys I played with. Like I was super close with a lot of my teammates, and just the locker room talks and spending time with them before and after games and throughout the off season. And then I've heard the atmosphere is a lot different, so we'll see. Because Friday Night Lights, they always say it doesn't. You won't get the same feeling again. But
You know,
so
you
yeah.
know. All right, let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
All right.
Favorite who was your favorite player growing up and who's your current like favorite player now? This could be any sport.
Any sport? I'd say my favorite player is Jimmy Butler,
Okay.
the basketball player.
Yeah.
I named my dog after him, so
Oh,
kind of
nice.
have to say him.
Absolutely. Um, let's see. Favorite movie.
Favorite movie? I'd say Good Will Hunting.
Okay.
Favorite movie.
Jeez. Um, favorite let's see. Favorite TV or streaming show that you're really into now or were into in the
Oh,
past.
I really liked Last Chance U when that was football.
Yeah.
The first couple seasons, especially with the East Mississippi team, those are really good.
Okay. And finally, what's an interesting fact people don't know about you?
Oh, it's a tough one. Um, say maybe them still think I could be a quarterback. How about that?
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, Gus, thanks so much for the time as always. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Thank you.